What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel, Woody RC. This just arrived in the mail this morning. It's my actual first order from ordering parts from Fcx24m, and these are the Batrazzi wheels for the little Discovery here, the Fcx24, and these are the 0.8 size wheel, and they are black and they are weighted, and they come with brass bead locks. Let's take a look at the inside and see what they look like. It took about 3 weeks for these to come in, and normally I hear it's about 2 weeks, but didn't have them yet. It was a pre-order, but as soon as they came in, they shipped them out to me. And let's not forget, we have a live stream going on tonight with Fcx24m. Try not to miss those. You could always, there's always a good chance you could win something. You got it packaged pretty well here. There we go, Batrazzi. These are the black wheels. Let's get them out and see how they look. Got a package inside of a package. We have this here. That's the part number in case you needed to check these out. We got a couple of Ziploc cases here. Now, one order for $29, it will include the whole set. You will get four wheels, and the picture it shows two, but you will get a full set. And here we are. Here's everything here. Got the brass. These feel pretty heavy. That's going to help keep that front end down and just keep it overall more stable when you're side hilling. I got I got black because I just wanted a different look also. And I'm still going to use the yellow wheels. I need to order another set of tires just so I can still run these yellow wheels. But when I'm doing more of scale rock crawling, I'm going to use these black ones with the brass, inserts on the inside. Whenever I'm putting together these beadlock wheels, I was like, just to get a little bowl. I don't have a magnetic mat or anything to work with, but a little bowl works fine just to keep your screws all in place here so you don't lose any of them. And this is my first time working with Batrazzi wheels. I'm used to the other guys, and the Enduras I'm usually working with. The 1.0 wheel. I'm just trying to get a size of these, what this is here. And these little screws are not a 0.50. I'm guessing they are a 1.5. Let's grab that out here. This is an associated tool I use here. I've had this for years. This is, I don't even think they make this anymore. Let's see. I got a 1.5 millimeter here. A little bit bigger, and voila, that is the correct size there. You can see that 1.5, or possibly a 1.5, and also what might work is a 1/16. Let's try that out. They have a 1/16 hex head. Yeah. 1.5 seems to be a better fit than the 1/16. So let's put this away. We'll stick with the 1.5. Being Batrazzi, I'm sure it is a 1.5. European specs here. All right, let's get these wheels put together and let's see how they look. Okay, let's get a quick weight of the stock wheel and tire setup. There's no weight to this at all. But this is fine for when you're just out trailing, you know, you want your vehicle to be nice and light and less stress on the vehicle, the motor, and the gears. So this is, I'm not hating this set. This is good for trailing. But this setup here went in at 7, I got 8 grams now. Jump all the way up to 8, let's try it again. 8 grams with this setup right here. Now let's peel this tire off. Nice little foam setup in there. Let's put the tire, the brass, and everything on here that's gonna complete this wheel. Remember, we're at 8 grams with the stock setup, and now we're at a whopping 30 grams. So you're gaining quite a bit of weight here. It's gonna keep this thing really stable out there on the trail. All right, let's get these put together. Now, before we get started, I always like to vent my tires. You know, and the stock wheels are all, you know, these are already vented, but I like to put a couple extra holes in here. Just one on top and one just on the opposite end. I just use a leather punch. For these tiny tires, I'll use the smallest punch there is for this. There, got one. Now we're just gonna do the other side, the opposite end. This is gonna let the tire vent much more better and conform over the rocks. The more the tire can breathe, the better it is. And you know, water does get in there with the holes in the tires. The water will seep out of the tires while it's running. Okay, now that we got one tire vented there, let's go ahead and slip the brass ring on the inside. The brass rings, you know, they are vented also. Okay, we got that in there. Now, after you install the brass rings on the inside, just want to make sure your foam on the inside is in good shape and it's not all twisted up in there. Equal on both sides. You know, you don't want it, because if you get it bunched up on one side, it's gonna roll a little weird on you. Give it a good tap, make sure everything's nice and even. All right, looking like that's about as good as it's going to get. Let's go ahead and put a wheel on here. Just want to point out, because you're working with metal on metal, you want to put a little dab of thread lock on there. Blue thread lock I like to use. I never used the red on RC stuff because you'll need a torch to get that, you know, them screws out if you do want to remove them. So I like to use, I don't know, any brand would work, but this is what I use right here. It's a blue thread lock. Now with the wheels, I'm gonna go ahead and, this is the face of the wheel here, and this is the back of the wheel. So I'm going to, looks like the back of the wheel screws into the face. So I'm gonna install the face first. Right there, just like to get a little tap. And you can feel it seat against that brass ring on the inside. Just have a look in there, make sure nothing is binding up. Looks like it's gonna be a really, really good fit here. And it's, let's line it up and line them holes up and install the back of the wheel on there. Now you don't need much, just a little dab of that thread lock just on the tip of the screw. Now we're gonna just, looks like it takes 4 screws to hold these together. Let's hope that lined up well. Look like we got it lined up and it's actually grabbed already on the face of the wheel. Now we're just going to install the rest of the screws, 3 more remaining to be installed on here. You can make sure after you install the first one, you don't tighten it down all the way, you just get it to grab. And that way you can install the other one, just go on the opposite end. There's the other. You don't want to snug them down just yet. There you go, got one more to go. All right, so they're all in here, and then from here, you just want to go, you don't want to tighten them up, you know, right to left or left, you know, counterclockwise or clockwise. You want to go opposite ends, like you want to snug this one down here. I just like to finger snug them, a little bit at a time, not all the way yet. Go the opposite end, cross over. These are for the guys that are new to this, you know, they've never done this before. And while you're tightening it, just make sure everything is sealed up on the wheel. The bead lock has a nice seal to it. It's not bunched or crimped anywhere. And then slowly tighten them down all the way. Keep going across. And then once you got them somewhat snug, I just like to go 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way around. Because they will loosen up, some of them will, as you tighten one next to it. I mean, these are looking pretty good now. Now you just want to give it just a little snug. A little bit more than snug. After it, you can feel the screw bottom out. Once it bottoms out, just a tiny little turn. I mean, we're working with a very small, light wheel here, and it doesn't need to be hunkered down really tight. You don't need to torque this thing down. There we go. And there we have it. Got one wheel put together. That went together really, really nice. And as I'm turning the tire, as I'm holding it with my fingers here, it's not moving. It's staying on there really good. The vented wheel and the vented tire feels really nice. Let's get another weight now. We're at 30 grams, but now we added 4 more little screws. Let's see if we gained any more. All right, so here we are, the complete wheel. We gained 2 more grams, guys. So now we're at 32 grams. And with the stock setup, remember it was at 8. So quite a bit more. All right, let's get the wheels on there. I'm gonna do the rest and I'll show you the finished product. It's also good to have these, you know, sitting around. These come in handy. These little Ziploc bags. You could put like your larger spare parts in here. I wouldn't put any screws in this one because it's got a couple little holes. But these little tiny ones like this they come with, it's good for putting little screws and nuts and bolts in there. All right, guys, I got the wheels installed, and this is how they look compared to the stock side. This is the stock side right here, and these are the new Batrazzi wheels. I don't have a lot of experience working with different brands of beadlock wheels, but I can say these Batrazzi wheels, these were the easiest beadlocks I've ever put together. I mean, with the Endura 1.0 wheels, they give you a little bit longer screw to get that first one in there, then you use the remainder. But with this Batrazzi wheel, you didn't have to fiddle with that. I mean, you put the face on there and then the back end of the wheel, and you put them screws right in. I mean, it was the easiest wheel that I've worked with, but that's how it looks. So the width looks to be exactly the same. That's how it looks. This is the Batrazzi side right here. From the back, you can see it doesn't go in or doesn't protrude out anymore. I mean, not that I could see with my naked eye. They look to be about the same. Maybe the stock wheel, it might be a tad wider. I mean, it's very hard to tell. That's how close it is. I don't know. Now I'm looking at it from up top here. they look to be the same now. Just how, depends on how the vehicle's leaning, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna install the rest. All right, guys, so this is the finished product. That didn't take long at all. Man, these wheels were the easiest set of beadlock wheels I've ever put together. Now what we have left, it's always nice when companies do this, when they provide a couple extra screws. And you know, these things are so small, sometimes they'll go flying off the counter, and good luck trying to find them on the floor. I've gotten lucky once or twice. I've got plenty extras, but yeah, that's how it looks. And the difference, that front end weight now, you could really tell. It's just, I mean, look at that. It doesn't pull over as easy now as it used to with that extra weight. It feels a lot more planted with these middle wheels. I think they're probably aluminum, but the inserts are brass. But, well, there you have it, guys. So I want to give a shout out to Fcx24m for getting these out to me in a timely manner. And Batrazzi, my first time working with these wheels, and I hope this video will help you guys out if it's your first time working with these. Give a shout out to these guys for producing such a nice wheel, nice looking wheel. You could get these in yellow also, but I just wanted a different look to it. You can't go wrong with black. When you're in doubt, always bet on black. Black wheels always look nice. Black is the new chrome on RC vehicles. Some people probably disgusted with black, but I think a majority of us are fine with the black wheels, but there you have it. All right, guys, thanks for coming by. I hope this video helps out. Thanks for watching.